we will be discussing about hemp fiber, the cultivation, extraction, properties, and application of hemp fiber. So, hemp is another bast fiber which produces soft in nature, similar to your flax fiber. Okay. So, this fiber is obtained from the stalk of the hemp plant. The botanical name is Cannabis stevia. So which is grown extensively in India, not only in India, even China, USSR, Germany, Japan, Turkey, Italy, and France. So this fiber is cultivated in these countries like India, China, USSR, Germany, Japan, Turkey, Italy, and France. So if you look at the height of the plant is usually grows 2 to 3 meters in height. Then if you look at the thickness of the plant is 1.5 centimeter in thickness. Thickness in the sense the diameter of the plant. Then we will discuss now the cultivation. So a moderate, rich and favorable, well drained sandy loam is the preferred soil. So which is suitable for the cultivation of this hemp fiber. Then what do you mean by loam? Loam consists of less than 7% clay, less than 50% slit, and between 43 and 50% sand. So this is the combination of loam. Loam means it is a consisting of less than 7% clay, less than 50% slit, and between 43 and 50% sand. So this is essential for the growth of the hemp plant. Then during the growth of this plant, adequate moisture and 60 mm to 75 mm rainfall per month is needed for the growth of the plant. Okay. So in order to acquire good growth of this plant, what you need adequate moisture content with 60 mm to 75 mm rainfall per month is needed for the growth of the plant. So once this climatic condition is reached, then you start doing the seed is sown in rows with a space of about 12 to 15 centimeter between rows and 8 to 10 centimeter between plants. So this is how the seed is sown in the agriculture land. Then stacks are ready for harvesting when the lower leaves just begin to turn yellow color. So when you come to know the fiber or the plant attain its maturity, the leaves are turning or the change in color takes place from green to yellow. So once the color changes takes place, then you will come to know now the plant is ready for harvesting. The duration from sowing to harvesting is about 100 to 120 days. So how much days is needed from the seed sown to the agriculture land till the harvesting? It needs 100 to 120 days. So at the end of the 120 day, what will happen? The color of the leaves changes from green to yellow. So this indicates the hemp fiber attained its maturity. It is ready for harvesting. Okay. As usual, cutting is done at the particular time when it is judged that the best quality of the fiber will result. Okay. Once if you come to know it attained its maturity position, then you can start cutting the plant and it is ready for harvesting. So next we will discuss the extraction of hemp. So how the fiber has to be extracted. So extraction it is similar to other bast fibers. The method of separating the fibers from the stacks vary widely. So there are four types of ratings are available. These ratings are already we might be discussed during the jute fiber extraction, similar to the flax fiber extraction. Dew rating, stagnant water rating, then running water rating, and then chemical rating. So these are all the four chemical rating process are available for the extraction of fibers from the plant. Already we might be discussed during the extraction of jute as well as the flax fiber. So dew rating is used in many areas. Why the dew rating is preferred? Because it doesn't need any sort of chemicals, but the duration is little bit longer. Even though the duration of the rating process is little bit longer, but what the peoples are doing, they are preferring to use dew rating only, because no need of any chemicals. Okay, so no need to maintain any conditions during the process. In other areas, the stacks after being buttered and topped or water rated in ponds or tanks or in any other stagnant water. So rating can be done for freshly cut stacks or sun dried stacks. Okay, so the rating can be done either by means of freshly cutting the stacks directly, you can keep it in a water, or the stacks can be dried under sunlight, then you can do this rating process. However, water for rating should be clean and free from chemical impurities, otherwise the fiber may discolor. So during the rating process, you should be take care the water used for the rating process. It should be very clean. It should not contain any sort of chemicals or impurities. What will happen if impurities or if the water is not clean, then the color of the fiber may takes place. So rating should be properly done in order to obtain better quality of the fiber. Okay. So under rating, the result in rough and broken fiber, and over rating also what will happen? It will weaken the fiber. So the rating should be done in a proper manner. The rating should not be done in an underestimate. Similarly, the process should not be carried for a prolonged period of time, that is over rating. These two also will cause the fiber damage. So the rating process should be proper in order to obtain better quality of the fiber. So after rating, what you have to do? The stacks are dried by means of methods like hand peeling, then ponding with wooden blocks, pressing in between two wooden blocks, or processing through a breaking machine. The process are similar like that of other bast fibers. So this is how you have to carry out the process after the rating. Okay, hand peeling, then pounding with wooden blocks, pressing in between two wooden blocks, or processing through a breaking machine. So the process are similar to that of other bast fibers. So already during the last two lecture I have shown 2 or 3 videos. Okay, how the jute fiber is getting extracted, then how the flax fiber is getting extracted. So similarly the same process has to be carried out for this hemp fiber also. Okay. So now let us see the properties and end use of hemp fiber. So the properties of hemp fiber is similar to that of other bast fibers. Okay, then you have to refer the properties of jute fiber, similarly the properties of the flax fiber. It is similar in properties. So coming to the end use of the hemp fiber, the fiber is quite resistant to weather and moisture. So that is the reason why it is used in the manufacturing of ropes. That is the reason why it is used in the manufacturing of sail and tent cloth. Okay, it is used in household clothing, threads, industrial and marine applications, twines, sacks, bags. Then, to some extent, it is used in the manufacturing of specialty papers. Even it is used as a cigarette paper. And sometimes the same fiber is used as a twine. So these are all the applications of the hemp fiber. So only it has good resistance towards weather and moisture. So based upon this good resistance, it is used for making ropes, sail and tent cloth, household clothing, threads, industrial and marine applications, twines, sacks, bags, specialty papers and cigarette paper and twine. Okay, so these are all the applications of hemp fiber. Let us discuss about Ramie fiber cultivation, extraction, properties and applications. Ramie is another bast fiber. You can call it as a stem fiber obtained from the bark of the plant. The botanical name is displayed in this slide. The plant, the native of the plant is from China. So you can call it as a China grass also. Okay. So the name of the fiber is China grass because it has originated from China. So this plant is also grown in India, Australia, America, Japan, Brazil and Philippines. So the plant requires a tropical climate where winter temperature should be above freezing. Please think it over. The plant requires a tropical climate where winter temperature should be above freezing point. Okay. So the plant grows to a height of 1 to 3 meters with a diameter of approximately 8 to 20 mm in thickness. Then how the Ramie fiber is cultivating? Ramie is a perennial fiber with a yield from 2 to 5 crops of the fiber per year, which depends upon the soil and climatic conditions. It is the longest of all the vegetable fibers. So that is the main advantage of this Ramie fiber. It is the longest of all vegetable fibers. Ramie is ready for harvesting when the lower part of the stalk turns light yellowish brown and the lower leaves matured by turning yellow and detachable. So this indicates the fiber attains its maturity. So when the fiber attains its maturity, the plant stacks turns lightish yellow brown color and the lower leaves matured by turning yellow and detachable. So this indicates the Ramie fiber attains its maturity. It is ready for harvesting. Now the harvesting is done by cutting the stacks. Okay. So coming to the extraction of Ramie fiber. So individual Ramie fiber occurs in the form of bast bundles with ends overlapping and connected together by gums, waxes and pectins. The tool amount of this material is up to 35%. So retting is not possible to extract the fiber. So the fiber can be extracted either by hand or decorated process by means of the machine. I will show you a video how the extraction has been carried out, okay, in case of Ramie fiber, because retting is not suitable. Why the retting is not suitable for the extraction of Ramie fiber? Because this fiber is connected together by gums, wax and pectins. It occupies 35% of its total composition. So the retting is not possible either by means of dew retting or stagnant water retting or running water retting or chemical retting. So the fiber has to be extracted either by means of hand or decorticated process, that is the machine which is used for extracting the fiber from the plant. Also the fibers can be separated chemically by boiling in an alkaline solution. So this boiling has been done by means of alkaline solution. So you have to add sodium hydroxide during this extraction process. I think you might be seen in the video in the last hemp fiber extraction. So how the separating has been taking place? Using sodium hydroxide solution. By boiling with sodium hydroxide solution, so the fiber is separated. Okay. Here also you have to either you can done by means of chemically or you can done either by means of hand or decorticated process. Now look at see the Properties and end use of this Ramie fiber. Ramie fiber is oval in cross section with thick cell wall and fine lumen. What do you mean by lumen? It is an empty space present in your fiber. Okay. I think this lumen is present in almost all the cellulosic fibers, right from cotton to till your Ramie fiber. It is the longest of all the vegetable fibers. That is the main advantage of this Ramie fiber. Then coming to the strength. The wet strength of the fiber is high, and also the fiber dries very rapidly. So how much time it took? It took very little time for the drying process. So in general, the fiber is strong, stiff and silky like structure, luster. So after the preparation of the fiber, if you look at the shining property, how it looks like silk. So silk is having natural luster. Luster is your shining property. So similar to the silk, your Ramie fiber also looks very good luster. Then coming to the end use of this Ramie fiber. The fiber is used for sailcloth, ropes, fish nets, upholstery fabrics and for paper making machines. So these are all the end uses of your Ramie fiber. Just a minute.
Ramie is one of the oldest textile fibers known to man, dating as far back as 5000 BC when it was used for making mummy cloth in Egypt. Ramie has been grown in China for many centuries and farmers in ancient China are known to have used the fiber to weave clothing. In India, Ramie cultivation is just as old, being grown in Assam and Meghalaya and used mostly in fishing nets and for making ropes, but never for commercial use. In Meghalaya, most of the Ramie is produced at household level and as a means of sustenance. Ramie fiber is difficult to process, requiring specialized machines and expensive process. So when synthetic fibers in cotton were introduced, the use of Ramie considerably declined. As a result, many farmers from Meghalaya had to abandon Ramie farming and move on to other means of livelihood. However, Ramie possesses certain properties such as smooth luster, being absorbent and easy to wear, being naturally stain resistant, ability to keep its shape, and others that makes it an excellent fabric. And because of this, today its popularity is again rising. Ramie has numerous of industrial and textile applications ranging from fishing nets, packaging, clothing to the development of advanced ecological composite material used in cars. In Meghalaya, early attempts to commercialize the crop were initiated by the government of Meghalaya in the year 2015.
Government of Meghalaya, along with recent program, thought it wise to, or rather, thought it prudent to, have a look at Ramie once again because of its tremendous potential for commercialization as well as for bringing better incomes to farmers. It was only in 2017 that through the initiative of collaboration and the agreement to collaborate with the French embassy and through his initiative as the resident commissioner of Meghalaya House, he actually initiated this current initiative which is happening now, which is going to India, which is a showcase event actually, an event for showcasing made
for employment and livelihood creation, especially in rural areas. Globally, there is a sizable market for Ramie, and India is one of the major producers of Ramie along with China, Brazil, Philippines, South Korea, and Thailand.
So Ramie has good potential. Big quantity of Ramie fabrics, Ramie made-ups are being imported from China, and it is sold all over the world. Popularity is growing, usage is growing because it is natural, it is organic, it is low impact to the earth, it is eco-friendly, it is biodegradable. The global market is growing. See, natural textile has a market of $92 billion as on date, and it is predicted that by 2025, the natural textiles demand will grow up to $163 billion.
Interventions on the ground were first started in Garo Hills by the Department of Agriculture.
It was started to implemented from 2016 onwards. It's already 2 years. Already 2 years from the initial stage. The objective of preparation of this project is for economic upliftment of the rural farmers. Really regenerate.
And it's very time and fabric. So we initiated contact with them, which we help
through a process called stripping and ribboning. Thirdly, it is then placed inside a decortication machine and fiber is extracted. Fourth, the extracted fiber is then taken to be washed. Fifth, once washed, the fiber is kept for drying. And sixth, the dried fiber is ready for storage and transportation.
This crop is propagated vegetatively through rhizomes, and this one, once you grow this Ramie crop, it will survive up to 10 to 15 years. And during the time it.
In Meghalaya, Ramie has had significant impact especially on rural farmers and weavers in the state. Today, there are about 300 farmers who are engaged in Ramie farming whose livelihoods are intertwined with this crop.